Hello everybody. Welcome back to the General Eclectic Pavilion. Now this video is coming to you on the Monday after the D23 Expo. We're filming it before the Expo happens because we want to make sure that we have ample time to make a video about our experience this weekend so that we're not rushing to get anything out for the Monday morning after it ends.
Yeah, especially because we're going to be busy.
Yeah, we've got
all day, every day for the next 3 days because we're filming this on Thursday and the expo starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow morning. So we're super excited about that. And in that vein, we wanted to get you guys excited about D23, the actual membership.
The fan club.
The fan club.
It's actually is.
D23, the official Disney fan club.
Yes, that's what it's called.
When you become a member of D23, they send you a gift, and that gift is this year themed to Walt Disney's 9 Old Men. So what you get is you get this really lovely book box of sorts, because I'm having trouble here. This book box, so it's Walt Disney's 9 Old Men, looks like a book when you put it on a shelf, but then you open it up and there's stuff inside. So, really cool. We're going to go through and share with you all 23 items that are in this box as an unboxing of sorts, and we're just going to go right down the list.
And also, if we are unfamiliar with the 9 Old Men as a phrase and as a collective group of people, they are, I suppose, Walt Disney's best?
His best, his brightest. They started in, or the group, I guess, started in the 30s and then came through the 40s and 50s, and then they were the guys that Walt would go to with his big story ideas or any kind of really tough task, because they were the most experienced and some of the most creative people that were on Disney's team at the time.
Very true. They'd work on most films during Walt's time and a few post, and then a lot of stuff in the parks as well.
Yes.
Should we go over who they are?
Yeah. Do you want to try and name all 9, or do you want me to give it a shot?
No, I'm not going to be able to get all 9 because there's like 3 that I forget every time.
I'm going to try real quick. The last time I tried I missed 2, so we'll see. So, Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnston, Mark Davis, John Lounsbury, Eric Larson, Wolfgang Reitherman, Ward Kimball, Milt Kahl, and
Les Clark.
Les Clark. and he's not any less than the others, but I forget him every time.
Alright, so now we're going to go over what is in the box. It is all various pieces of artwork and things in relation to the 9 Old Men. And let us begin. There are 23 things in this box, so it's going to be a minute.
So the very first in here is a Mickey Mouse animation drawing by Les Clark from 1937. It says here, the first of the 9 to sign on at Disney, Les Clark started just in time to contribute to Steamboat Willie. Les became the Mouse Maestro, establishing Mickey as a cinematic superstar in such shorts as Mickey's Kangaroo and Magician Mickey, seen here.
The next piece we have is a Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs premiere police pass from 1937. It says, after years of intensive creativity, Walt's first animated feature was given a glamorous Hollywood premiere on December 21st, 1937. The 9 Old Men never forgot the impact of their animation on the big screen, which moved sophisticated Tinseltown audiences to both tears and cheers.
Next up, we've got a dopey fan card from 1937. Drawn by Ollie Johnston, this irresistible portrait of the breakout star of Snow White was sent by the studio in reply to fan mail, while also signifying the 9 Old Men's talent for creating unforgettable characters for each new Disney film.
The next piece is a Walt Disney interoffice memo to Milt Kahl. Walt sent this signed memo in warm recognition of Milt's contribution to the phenomenally popular and praised Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, and by extension to all of the 9. Walt's inclusive message belied the skeptical claims that he never extended credit to his artists.
Next up is a Walt Disney Studios Season's Greetings card from 1939. The elaborate Disney Studio card created for Christmas 1939 commemorated Pinocchio, due to be released in February 1940. The card was signed by Walt and his main artists, including all but one, Mark Davis, of the 9 Old Men.
Dang it, Mark. The next piece is a Jiminy Cricket animation drawing by Ward Kimball from 1939. Designed and animated by Ward Kimball, wisecracking, warm-hearted Jiminy Cricket was a lively and late-in-production addition to Pinocchio. The conscientious Cricket instantly became a Disney icon, hopping across other productions through the years, including the Mickey Mouse Club TV series. It's interesting to me that he was added late in the film, considering he's in the book, albeit not for very long.
I knew that, I don't know why. But I remember at one point reading that he came in later. Alright, then we've got Ben Alligator animation drawing by John Lounsbury from 1940. The fun and entertainment value John Lounsbury consistently imparted to his characters are evident in this pencil drawing for the Dance of the Hours segment of Fantasia, portraying the animator's own favorite character in flamboyant action.
The next piece is one of my favorite things. It is a dinosaur animation drawing by Wooly Reitherman. Acclaimed for his powerful animation, Wooly Reitherman conveyed dynamic strength in his penciled performances, evident in this animation drawing of the battling dinosaurs for the inspiration for the attraction at the 1964-65 New York World's Fair and at the Disney theme parks for the Rite of Spring sequence in Fantasia. These are the very same dinosaurs you see at the Disneyland Railroad, and I'm so excited for them to be able to be seen once again very soon.
Alright, so up next we've got Cinderella Ball Gown Preliminary Designs from 1948. It says, Mark Davis brought more to Disney animated films than superb character animation. This versatile artist also created costumes for the characters, including Cinderella's ball gown, a fitting task considering Mark animated Cinderella's magical rags to riches transformation, Walt's favorite piece of animation in any of his films.
The next thing we have here is a Captain Hook animation drawing by Frank Thomas from 1952. Whether animating a villain or a hero, Frank Thomas was the master of emotion. The sensitive animator drew a superlative portrayal of the self-centered, self-pitying Captain Hook, making the iconic pirate at once elegant and menacing while also bringing new dimensions of humor to the Disney villain.
Sticking with that film, we've got the Peter Pan fan card from 1953. Beautifully illustrated for the Disney Studios fan mail department, this postcard-like fan card artfully evokes the enchantment of Walt Disney's Peter Pan, one of the few features on which each of the 9 old men worked. So dynamic were their contributions that this outstanding achievement in the art of feature animation is pure pixie dust.
The next thing here we have is the Disneyland Story Production Report from 1954. For Disney's groundbreaking entry into weekly television, Walt made sure animation was well represented by 4 of the 9, as indicated by the names on this in-house filming report. At one time or another, Walt featured all of the 9 old men on camera during the run of his TV series, which is very sweet and super cool.
Next up, we have number 13, script page for Disneyland TV episode Tricks of Our Trade, which aired in 1956. Tricks of Our Trade offered a fun and informative look at the techniques used in the art of animation. As seen in this excerpt from the show's shooting script, written by animation veteran Dick Humer, Walt showcased 4 of his key animators, complete with close-ups as the true stars of the show.
The next thing is the Art of Animation book spread from 1958. Walt commissioned this book, written by journalist Bob Thomas, who later would write the first major biography of Walt, to celebrate his animation staff. This spread features an iconic photo of the 9 old men surrounded by their autographs. Reproduced from a unique copy in the Walt Disney Archives, this piece makes for an impressive memento representing the group.
Then we have Pongo and Puppy animation drawing by Eric Larson from 1960. With his affinity for animals, Eric Larson graphically portrays a Dalmatian father caring for his canine child. 101 Dalmatians introduced a revolutionary xerography process through which animators' original drawings were directly transferred to cell, a look that the 9 old men particularly liked. I also particularly like it.
You do. You do
I
like
love that look.
The next thing is a Disneyland postcard from 1967. Disneyland showcased Mark Davis' concept art, a brilliant combination of story, characterization, and design on postcards celebrating Pirates of the Caribbean. After transferring to WED Enterprises, now Walt Disney Imagineering, in 1961. Mark was a major creative force behind one of the most elaborate and most beloved Disney attractions ever created, and you can hear all about how we feel about pirates in a video from 2 weeks ago.
Alright, we've got here Shere Khan character sketch by Milt Kahl from 1967. In these sketches, Milt Kahl, master of both animation and character design, explores the contemptuous character of Shere Khan from The Jungle Book. Arrogant but still appealing, this disdainful tiger's personality is conveyed through a few deft pencil strokes.
The next piece is something that is very close to my heart. It is a promotional handbill for the Aristocats from 1970. This promotional handbill from the initial release of the film shines the spotlight on the new cast of characters for the Aristocats, created by several of the 9 old men. The reference to box office was prescient. The film was a big hit, ensuring the continuation of Disney animation without Walt.
Disney Studio Photograph from 1972. With artwork from the Robin Hood as a backdrop, the 9 old men gathered for a rare group photo as the Disney Company approached its 50th anniversary in 1973. This is one of only a few known photos of all of the 9, and was taken approximately 4 years before John Lounsbury's death in 1976.
The next piece is another thing that I love a lot, which is funny because I think Alice in Wonderland is a bit of an overrated film, but it's still something I enjoy to watch. This is an Alice in Wonderland preview invitation from 1974 because we didn't have home video back then and we had to re-release things in theaters. A new generation rediscovered Alice in Wonderland, especially at the sold-out screenings at the 1973 Walt Disney Productions 50th Anniversary Film Retrospective at Lincoln Center. This invitation invited fat cats of every stripe to a preview during the film's first reissue in 1974 and was a vindication of the unbridled mad creativity of the 9 Old Men, all of whom worked on this classic.
Disney Animation Recruitment Brochure from 1977. As the 9 Old Men began to retire, Disney sought to ensure the legacy of the art of animation by instituting Disney's animation training program. Using artwork from then-current projects, this brochure detailed the animation process of the studio, as well as how to submit portfolio work for consideration.
The next bit is the only thing in here that is not on any sort of paper. It is Eric Larsen's 50th Anniversary Pinback Button, with a caricature drawn by legendary Disney animator and director John Musker, one of the many artists mentored by Eric Larsen in Disney's animation training program. This button celebrates Eric Larsen's 50th year with Disney Animation. The last of the 9 Old Men to leave the studio, Eric retired in 1986, but thanks in large part to his guidance, their legacy lives on today.
So the very last of the items that are included in the box is the Disney Legends Award Ceremony Program from 1989. Disney celebrated the art of animation, the very foundation for every Disney success, by inducting the 9 Old Men along with Disney animator Ub Iwerks as Disney Legends, the company's highest honor. The July 19, 1989 ceremony was attended by the 4 surviving 9 Old Men, Mark Davis, Ward Kimball, Ollie Johnston, and Frank Thomas.
At the very bottom of the list of everything in here, it says if you'd like to learn more about these reproduced pieces, you can do so at d23.com/9oldmen, and that the animation artwork is courtesy of the Animation Research Library, which is super cool of them to let them reproduce a bunch of these to share with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the inside of the box is really cool as well. The front side has that listing that we literally just read off word for word.
Yeah.
And then behind where all of the pieces were are short little biographies of each of the 9 Old Men. And Les Clark is up here. He's first.
He's the first one!
One of these days I will name him first and we'll never forget Les again. That is a look at everything that is inside this box. We hope you enjoyed taking a look at it all, and like Lizzie said, there's a link that we will put down in the description where you can go to learn more about the reproduced pieces. So please take a look at that if you've got more interest in those. Question time. Do you have a favorite 9 Old Man?
Mine is Mark Davis.
Mine is Wooly Reitherman, I think primarily because of his involvement with the Jungle Book. So if you've got a favorite of the 9 Old Men, please let us know. Leave a comment down below. If you have the name of an animator who you think should be more in the spotlight, let us know about them too. We'd love to learn more about the people who make Disney what it is, and there should never be a shortage of those names because so many people have such an impact on the work that the company's doing.
Yeah, they all strive very hard to, keep up the legacy that was left behind by these people, and I think they're doing a great job.
I also
especially lately.
Yeah, things have been real great lately. I'm excited for everything to come. I know there's gonna be tons of announcements that were just made this last weekend at D23, the expo. So we're excited to take those moving forward as well.
We definitely can't wait to talk about everything we see afterwards. So stick around.
Excited for it. All right. See you next time.
Bye.